at the school I'm at, or was at. Sorry. Might have to edit this. My name is Lindsey Holland. I just graduated from the University of Georgia. I'm from Roswell, Georgia, and I went to Pope High School, which is public, and I think there are about 600 people in my graduating class. I was in this academy, or this program called the Globalization Academy in high school that resembled a magnet or IB program, and so we had access to, or like we're able to take more rigorous courses in high school and did some projects outside of just what we were doing in class. But I think when I graduated, I had 14 AP classes. I don't remember having an option in high school, but I think the guidance counselors there just did it and told us what to take. I did varsity cross country for 4 years and varsity lacrosse for 4 years, and then I was captain of both of those my senior year. I did student government, and I was student body vice president my junior and senior year, Habitat for Humanity, National Honor Society, and Spanish National Honor Society. I did some volunteering at my church, and like mission trips and such. I think I started my junior year. My parents were pretty involved in making sure that I knew deadlines and was signed up for like the ACT and everything. But then I was kind of on my own for most of the essay writing and things like that. The best part, I think, was kind of the excitement around it and seeing where you can picture yourself going and going on all the tours. But I think the worst part is the stress around it and getting ready for the ACT and kind of actually getting everything in on time. For me, definitely the ACT testing and tutoring and studying for that. I think what I would have the most help with was the essay writing, and just having someone kind of help me come up with ideas or making sure I got everything in on time too. I only took the ACT, I believe I took it 3 or 4 times, and I think I took it summer. I started doing prep and everything for it going into my senior year and that first semester senior year. I did tutoring for the ACT. I took it once and then saw my score, and then I went from there, and I kept doing it. As I would take a test, I would keep tutoring if I wanted to improve my score. School environment, I knew I wanted to go to a big school because I knew I was going to be really indecisive, and I didn't know what I wanted to do going into it, so I wanted to make sure I was at a place where I could have so many opportunities for when I did change my mind. And so school size, opportunities offered, majors offered that I thought I'd be interested in, tuition played a big role, and financial aid as well. I did 4 in-person tours. I applied to 6 schools. I was accepted to 5, denied from 1. Definitely, if I could see myself there, when I was going on the tour, and I wanted to make sure I had plenty of options and opportunities when I was going, and also tuition played a big role in what I ended up deciding, because I had an idea that I would want to do additional school after undergrad, so that kind of played a big role in deciding which one I chose. I think at the end of the day, UGA had everything I was looking for. Kind of starting out, Hope and Zell made a huge difference in my decision to go here, and as well as like the school environment, and I could really like see myself there, and I knew there was going to be a ton of options and opportunities for me. I think the transition was a little bit harder than I was anticipating. I think coming in, I thought I was going to be super prepared. I'd gone to a big high school, was really excited, but I think coming here and it's such a different schedule than what you're used to. So I think finding the balance between like social things, clubs, and school was definitely the hardest part, and it took a while for me to kind of figure out what that balance was going to look like. My major is human development and family science. My minor is in Spanish. I was supposed to study abroad. I was planning on doing a medical Spanish study abroad to Peru, but it got canceled due to COVID. I joined a sorority and have had a couple leadership positions in that. Was a sustainability coordinator, was on the bylaws committee. Outside of Greek life, I was a member of EJ Miracle and was on a committee for that for 3 years. And then I was in charge of my sorority like participation in Miracle. Did another club called Cure UGA. Was the hospitality chair for I think my junior and senior year. I'm an ambassador for my college, the honor society for my college as well. I think it depends. Some were harder than I expected. I think a lot of the ones that you take your freshman year that are known as kind of like the weed out classes or like the really big ones, I think were harder than I expected because of a lot of them were like the flipped classroom, so you're kind of teaching yourself and then doing actual practice in class. I think that was one of the hardest parts of like adjusting and coming in to college as well. But then some were definitely easier. I think it depends a lot on the professor and your major as well. I think it's like exceeded my expectations in every single way. I think as I've spent more time, every single year it's only gotten better. I think that it definitely at first can take some time to adjust, but like the people I've met and the opportunities I've had here have exceeded like every expectation I've had. That everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to, and I think there's so much stress and like talk around everything. You're senior year of high school, like where everyone's going, and there's so much stress around that, but just knowing at the end of the day that everything's going to work out and you're going to end up where you're supposed to be, and it doesn't matter like what your friends are doing or what people think you should do, like you're going to end up where you're supposed to be at the end of the day. I think the most important thing is just to try everything you can while you're in high school and kind of get as involved as you can to make sure you're opening every door and just like taking all the opportunities that you can, because it's a time where you can figure out what you like and what you don't like, and kind of taking advantage of that time to do that, because I think you don't want to look back and wish you had tried something. 9th and 10th grouping together, kind of just making sure you're getting as involved as possible and trying everything you can, and kind of making sure you're doing the work, just working hard to kind of like get good grades and kind of set yourself up to have all the opportunities you can for when you're applying to schools, because you never really know what a school's going to want. So kind of just keeping that in the back of your mind in the beginning, and then kind of towards 11th and 12th grade, just making sure you're doing everything you can to like take all the opportunities and don't get too stressed about everything, because at the end of the day, it's all going to work out. I think just like work hard and like be kind to people, and everything is gonna turn out just fine. Boom, mic drop.
All right.